The disordered eating is rewarding for them. Do they know that something's wrong? Is it at the behest of their family? Why would this person who feels like it's just them, it's their identity, it's rewarding, I'm gaining something from this, why would they even come see a professional in the first place?
Great question. For teenagers, a lot of times they're just brought there, right? Even for adults, a lot of times they're like, I'm having problems in X, Y, and Z area of my life. People seem to report this as a problem. A lot of times, eating disorders is just a side note. You might start off with one like anorexia, restricting type, and it transitions to purging type or transitions to bulimia or binge eating disorder. But so just because you have one diagnosis doesn't mean that you won't transition to something else.
Interesting.
Just FYI. What usually happens is they have a lot of ambivalence about recovery. That reminds me also that a lot of people don't believe in a full recovery, which I do. So that's the first thing, because they're like, sure, I guess I don't want these people to be mad at me or to have these problems at work or school or this to interfere with my friendships. But I feel either they feel conflicted or they're just not into it at all, recovery at all, because the risk of not having what feels like it's actually saving their life, although like it's actually slowly killing them, feels like too much. So our work together is to first just figure out what actually is going on. Is this as like egosyntonic as you think that it is? Because the reality is that it's not. But we just haven't really understood what's going on. What I say and explore with patients is usually, what you were hoping to get from your eating disorder is, which typically when we like dive in all the way, is just to have like a positive sense of self and to feel like you are like worthy of love and belonging.
Esteem.
Exactly. It takes a few layers to kind of get there, but typically that's where people like kind of guide the conversation, whether they intend to or not. That is what you can have in a full recovery. So what you intended with the eating disorder, like, okay, those are great, like underneath everything, those are great goals. It's just the way that you wanted to get there is going to kill you / it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. So you want to go to France. Okay. Well, you can't walk there from California. So that was your plan. Like you walked to the airport and got that far and it felt like it was going to work, but you can't continue the rest of the way. So we actually need a completely new plan for how to get there. It's not that you can't feel lovable and belonging and have this sense of like true self-esteem. That can be there. But the way you want to get there, AKA through the eating disorder, is not the program.